His 6th telecast of the season, still looking for his first title. Finished 2nd in the opening event of the season, the PBA World Championship. He lost to Norm Duke in the final of that one back in October. Koivu Niemi has not won since the Daido Japan Cup in '07. What's important about the Daido Japan Cup, Randy? Oof, heavy was Mika.
You got me.
It's my first ever bowling event, and boy did it show.
Well, this is the last thing that Mika wanted to see in the title match, the 3-6, 9-10. It's the toughest non-split spare conversion out here, and it's because of that back pin, the 9-pin. He's going to have to throw a hook ball into this and hope to cover that back pin.
Lucky.
Got it! Stays clean as Koivu Niemi. 10th year on the tour. 8 tour titles on his resume. 2 majors versus Barnes. 10 tour titles. Also 2 majors. Longtime friends. Roommates on the road. The 7 to kick. His 2nd strike.
Recovers nicely from the 3-6, 9-10, and the head pin goes to the sidewall. Another pin bumps that 7 out. Mika, strike, spare, strike to start the title match. Barnes perfect through 2.
Avoids the 10. Barnes finished 5th last week at the Atonic Marathon Open. Looked like he had an insurmountable lead over Bill O'Neill and then started losing some things. We asked him yesterday, what do you take away from him? He said, I watch it. I'm lunging when I hit hard and don't get the drop that I need. I'm in a better position now, a little bit more in the middle. It's just something I got to kind of keep fighting through. He's had to fight mentally a little bit through this. Again, we said the good news, bad news. Good news, you're on TV. Bad news, you're not getting the title, and it's playing on him a little bit.
Yeah, after a while, you just have to ask yourself, how much of this is now just so embedded in his psyche? Right. You know, every time that he gets into this situation, bad things happen. He makes a bad shot. He gets a bad break, you know, over and over and over again, and that's hard to shake off. But if one guy can do it, that man can.
And again, he won here last year in Columbus. Back on the strike train.
And Rob, leading back to what you were talking about and some of the things that he learned last week against Bill O'Neill, the lunging and the pulling up at the foul line primarily happens when he's trying to throw it hard. Today, he doesn't have to do that. Also, he's got some really good karma going in this building. You know, this is pretty much where he captured and maintained the Player of the Year award by winning in this tournament in this center.
His win in Columbus last year vaulted him over Walter Ray Williams Jr. for first in the Player of the Year standings, and he stayed there through the remainder of the season. Koivu Niemi needs another spare conversion here in the 4th. Talking to Mika yesterday, so the first half of the season, I was kind of happy with the bowling. The second half started not so good, to put it lightly.
I had a bad luck, and a couple of guys bowled really good against me last year's shows, and this year been quite tough year for me, taking so long to make my first show, but I'm ready and get my payback.
Payback. It's like everything's always personal with him, with just the tone he has. I love it.
And you know, the thing about it most people don't realize is Mika is an extremely funny guy.
Yeah, he came in very confident yesterday, you know, saying happy to be here. It's been too long. But just with the accent enough, you know, puts you on edge, a little Arnold Schwarzenegger-esque. And leaves the 10. Koivuniemi with a 266 in Eliminator match number 2 had 10 strikes, 6 to open and 4 to close. Will not be the same here in the finals versus Chris Barnes.
And I think after that shot, Mika's kind of glad that he only left the 10-pin because that ball looked like it was backing up when it got to the 1-3. Remember, though, in between matches, the players got about 5 minutes of practice. So the lanes continue to go through transition. As the players move towards the center part of the lane, I think it's a huge advantage for Chris Barnes. 1, because he's got a higher rev rate. 2, because he's throwing 16 pounds. He's going to be able to get his equipment to hit harder.
Barnes came into the day 1-6 on television, but 0 for his last 5. Was the 3rd seed coming into today and is in control here in the title match. Strike number 4 of the finals.
Massive messenger. The headpin's going to go to the sidewall and just absolutely cremate the 10. And that's enough to get you pumped up. Looking to take a 30-pin lead with another strike here in the 6th. See how much harder that ball hits, Rob? That in itself can be intimidating to an opponent.
No fist bumping with Mika Koivuniemi after that strike. Again, those two essentially teammates for the first 2 matches today. To knock off the 2 lefties to get here to the all-righty title match.
Not anymore. Mika's lost the right lane. 2 out of the last 3 shots have gone high, 1 ringing 10 in between. And right now he's in a heap of trouble, my friend. Watch this one go through the face. Good break of only leaving the 10-pin.
He's got a pair of bad slacks waiting for him. After today's event, just 2 more PBA stops until the 66th edition of the U.S. Open. Friend Norm Duke, your reigning champ. Coverage Sunday, April 5th begins at 1 Eastern on ESPN. That is now a special 2-hour telecast. Oh, what a great moment that was last year in New Jersey. Back in Columbus, Koivuniemi to begin the 7th.